Hello everyone, welcome to Mentor Pro channel, and Mentor Pro is starting a new podcast series called With High Performance. And today in the first episode we have Coach Ashwini. She is a high performance coach and she know how to unlock your high performance and push the boundaries within yourself. And she is a best-selling author of a book called Master High Performance Blueprint. Let's listen to this podcast. Hello, welcome everyone. Um, Welcome to Mentor Pro channel. And today we are going to start a new series called With High Performance. It's a podcast series. And today we have Ashwini. She's a high performance coach and she is known for how to push your limits and unlock your high performance. And she is an author and an Amazon bestseller of a book called Master High Performance Blueprint. And welcome Ashwini into the show. And we are so delighted to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. And audience just want to hear from you. Can you just talk about yourself?
Thank you, Vimal. It's pleasure to be here. And to, for everybody, hello, I'm Ashwini Savanur, an architect, life coach, and best-selling author, and an NLP master practitioner. I'm based out from Hubli, Karnataka, and with the master degree from NIT Tiruchirappalli. As a profession, I'm an architect and a life coach. So I have authored a book called Master High Performance Blueprint. It is for personal and professional success. And I'm deeply passionate about helping people to unlock their potential and overcome their limiting beliefs. Yeah. And lead their full life in a fulfilling way. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So we just want to hear from you. What is coaching and mentoring, and what is high performance, and how to unlock high performance in general. So we just want to start with. So what inspired you to, or what is coaching, and what inspired you to do the coaching?
Coaching is basically a kind of partnership with the coach, which in turns helps to gain the clarity, set the goals, overcome our limiting beliefs, and be your best. That's what coaching is meant. Basically, you are empowering yourself to work at the fullest. Yeah, this is what I meant by coaching. And why do we need a coach? That is because to stay accountable. See, what happens is like there are many things these days. Like we have a lot of information, and people might tell you there is no need of a coach. But the role of coach comes in when they hold an accountable for the client or the person who they are working with. So it's very much important to be accountable. So that's where the role of coach comes into. And sometime in life, there are some situations wherein you go into unresourceful state. To get
Mhm.
back into the resourceful state and access all your uh, strength, the coach is required. Yes,
Okay.
this is what.
Okay, so you said that because of this overloading of the information, you don't know how to pick the right information.
Yes.
And uh, so when you're trying to achieve something alone, it's not that much feasible because of so much distraction out there. And that's why the accountability is playing a big role. And you can use a coach as a accountability partner, and who will help you to accomplish your goals much effortlessly, right? So you talk about the unresourceful state, and what do you mean by that? The resourceful state and unresourceful state.
There are two states, which is like one is unresourceful state and there is resourceful state. Unresourceful state is like you are into fear or doubting yourself. or
Hmm.
there are like you have your limiting beliefs there, which is
Okay.
holding you back, wherein you are not unable to take the next step. But
Hmm.
what is resourceful state is like you have the full potential, you are able to work with any without any problem or any distraction. You are into your best uh, possible way. So
Okay.
that is resourceful state.
Okay. So the coach will help you to come into the
Yes.
resourceful state. Okay.
And
Yeah.
NLP helps uh, to get into that state. Whenever you get into unresourceful state, basically what happens, you will not be able to access your skills, potential, everything. It stops, it just blocks there. So
Hmm.
in NLP, we help people to get them to reach the resourceful state.
Okay. So just understand what is the NLP. So I know that you are an NLP coach, and there are many people who listen to this podcast doesn't know about NLP. So maybe
Yeah.
it's much popular nowadays. And can you just briefly talk about NLP, what it is?
NLP is neuro linguistic programming, which serves as a user manual for our brain. Basically, it facilitates a transition between the current state and the desired state. Basically, current state is the state where we are currently, and the desired state is it is something where I want to reach in future. That is the
Okay.
desired state. It acts as a bridge between.
Hmm.
That's NLP, and NLP can be used by anyone who wants to elevate their life in the whole next level.
Okay. So you are saying that so if you take the unresourceful state and you said the desired state, the current state and desired state, and NLP
Yes,
is
helps
bridging, yeah, bridging to
the
come
gap.
from, yeah, the gap. Okay. So and also NLP helps to come into the resourceful state too,
Yes.
right? Okay. Okay. So that's very useful information. And what inspired you to do the coaching, and how you come into the coaching? The apply. I mean, coaching idea, or so what makes you come into pursue this type of helping people and making one person unlocking the high performance and those kind of things. So what makes you? So what is the inner drive? What is the motivation?
I choose coaching because it's one of the most impactful way to transfer, create the lasting transformation in anybody's life,
Okay.
and it helps even to over. They are unaware. Either they are unaware. People are unaware of their potential, or even if they are unaware, they are aware. They are unable to access it, utilize it to the best. So
Okay.
that's where I was like, coaching is required. And why, when did I choose? And I thought was first place when I got introduced to NLP in my 10th standard.
Okay.
And later I didn't pursue it. But recently, in 2023, I got it enrolled. And with the help of my mentor, Dr. Yogendra Singh Rathod, I enrolled as an NLP master practitioner and got certified. That's how I could identify and understand the impact of NLP and coaching. And it helped me to uh, move ahead. Even in my personal life, it has been life changing in few instances. And definitely, there's scope for others also to help and get them transformed and live their fulfilling life.
Okay. So you are mainly using NLP as a technique to coach people, right? So the
Yes.
NLP has a technique to understand people's problems. So there might be some problem that they don't even aware of, right?
Yeah.
And using the NLP, then you can understand that problem and you can build some solutions for that problem using NLP. So that's why.
you are, the making the people into the high performance mode. And yeah, so we heard about your inspiration, and we know that Dr. YSR, I think he is one of the popular guy in the NLP and niche. And I think, yeah. So how was that experience like before NLP? How did you feel, and after NLP? What is a new outlook towards the world, and what
Ye-
kind of, yeah.
Before NLP, it was like I knew there are few limitations where I was like, okay, I can't do, and that beliefs were always there with me. And the self doubt and all the stuff would come in between whenever I'm working on something. But now, what has happened after finishing, I have done my NLP master practitioner. What it helped me is like, okay, anything I am working on now, the statement from it is previously the statement was, I can't do it. Will I be able to do? Now it is like, I can do it. Basically, I believe now, and those limiting beliefs are gone now. And I'm able to access my resourceful state and get things done according to me. That's what the change is. And
Okay.
there is I'm able to access all the possibilities and try out things. There is no doubt which is holding me back.
Okay. Yeah, that's
That's the
awesome.
best part.
Okay, so you can give the same transformation that you had to the
Yes.
other people. That's why you became a successful coach.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you just little bit talk about your book?
Yes.
Um, what was that, and what is the intention of writing that? And
Yeah. Basically, um I'm the person who reads the book. It's the habit from my school days. It has started. I keep reading books, and I gain insights from many people. Book people will take it very casually. Reading a book is like boring work, but you need to see the other point of view of a book. That is,
Mhm.
if you'll read, if any author is writing a book, he or she has spent their lifetime to figure out a conclusion, something. It can be in any topic, irrespective of what. They are concluding something. That conclusion, they have spent their entire life there. But in book, what happens? It is the shortcut that we will receive in form of book. They are sharing their experience and their conclusions in that book, and which is helping. See, how long will it take to read a book? It can take. It depends on person to person. Max to max, it can take 1 or 2 months to finish a
Mhm.
book, a normal book. So in that terms, see, the author has put his lifetime, like almost 30, 40 years, whatever life he or she has gone through. They have put their entire time to write that book, to get into that conclusion. Here, by reading, we are getting it within a span of 1 month or few days or 2 months or 3 months, depending on the person who is reading and how the topic interests for that particular person. So it is kind of basically a shortcut. He to understand. There is saying, right? He You can't make all the mistakes in one your entire life. So instead, learn from those people what they have learned, made the mistakes, and how they overcome it. It will act you. It will uh, increase your understanding and your potential. You can be quicker than before.
Yeah,
That's what I feel.
yeah, you can get a lot more insight on reading a book because the author
Yes.
put his entire life experience into that book, and if we can read that, we can easily get. It's a hacky way of getting information.
Yes.
Yeah.
And why I have written a book is that I have read many books. literally many books, and wherein I was like, few things didn't work for me and few things work for me. And I
Mhm.
was like, I have to share info, and I have learned many things from many people. I was like, I need to share this to people, all the people who are of any age might be, but who want to um, reach their hyper potential, to
Mm.
overcome any obstacles, and they can, like, for they can reach their peak performance. So that's where I was like dedicatedly to the high performer who are looking for reaching the high performance. For them, I have written the book. It
Okay.
includes goal setting, habit mastery, and overcome procrastination, and regarding a bits of NLP and few NLP techniques. And
Okay.
there is a journaling part wherein they can go through it, wherein they'll get the answers with those questions also at the end. That's
Okay.
how the book is scripted.
Okay. Awesome. So do you have any tips for reading a book to the younger generation in India or
Yeah,
people? Yeah.
I see people reading books. They say, I read a book. I read many books.
Mhm.
But question is, are you implementing it? Everybody is reading, but the difference what it makes is, are you implementing it? That is the important question we need to ask ourselves, to so that it shouldn't be like only reading, reading, reading. It's just, okay, I read it, I know the topic, but what is it used for? Are you using it in practical life? If not, then it is waste of reading that book. So that's what I tell ki, those who are reading, read it and implement it. And those who don't have habit of reading, just start with a single page every day or single paragraph, then gradually increase it, and you can you'll get into that habit of reading, and you will gain the insights also. That's for sure.
Okay, that's awesome. And okay, you said so just reading is not enough. So you also need to implement something from the book that you read. So I also have that habit, just reading that book without implementing anything. I am also a book reader, but in my past years I've read a lot more books. But I didn't. I just read and finish it so much casually. It didn't get. I mean, I didn't get anything from out of it. Maybe I'm
Yeah,
getting something, but it's not like any action item, right? So this is an important point. So nowadays I am actually doing this thing. So whenever I reading a book, then I normally take some action item from that, and I only read books based on any purpose. If I want to get any knowledge, then I pick that specific book and read through that and get some information out of it. That's my way of doing it. And
yeah.
yeah.
To add in to this conversation, there is a wonderful quote by Peter Duckers. So
Mhm.
there is a it follows as, there is nothing so useless as doing efficiently that with which should not be done at all. Which means that uh, like there is nothing so useless, as you are doing it so efficient and bring it into practice, or either don't, simply drop it. That's the importance of that.
Okay, got it. Okay, so the book reading, I think that's an important habit one should always trying to build up on. So do you have any, so what do you think, what is the problem of our young generation? What is preventing them to getting into the high performance? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Basically, they are like the youngest generation are literally struggling with overthinking, procrastination, and lot of distraction. These days, the social media, they are into like almost most of the time they are into any of the social media platform, which is compromising their sleep and increasing the stress, lack of focus. That's the major issues. They have to overcome these. They have to do something like reflect back on themselves, mindfully be present, and take purposeful actions. Like they should be aware. First thing is they are not aware. First step of any action is like you should be aware. Then you can choose. If you are aware, then you can choose what is right and what is wrong. If you can choose, then you can take the action. What is happening is there is so much of information over the all the platforms that they are not aware that what should I watch and what shouldn't I, and is it worth watching or not. Just they
Hmm.
are scrolling around, and it's wasting their time. They're sleep deprived and lack of focus. They're completely distracted. And
Hmm.
I would recommend everybody, especially the younger generation, to this is kind of a easy way out to come out of this. If you are following somebody and it's just causing you stress, then you unfollow either, and only follow those people who will add value to your life, who you think I'll get inspired or I can appreciate their work. Such people you can follow. Rest everything is like not required at all. You
Hmm.
can unsubscribe the channels you are watching. You can unfollow people. Basically, you need to declutter. It can be digital world, it can be physical world, and both the spaces. By decluttering, you will basically be into the peace. Okay, there is nothing getting into so much of basically what is
Okay.
happening. It is like information overload.
Yeah.
So once you stop accessing that information, which is not required, there is no overload there.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
So
Yeah.
basically, so we have to give some tool to figure out how to deal with this information overload. And some of the tip that you said, like trying to get away from the unnecessary information, because we have a lot of bunch of information. The information can be um, a form of distraction too sometimes,
Yes.
and you have to get rid of the information based on what you need at this point and what you don't. Something like um,
Yes. And
unsubscribing.
the person should be very much aware that what is my want and what is my need.
Hmm.
The clarity
Okay.
between the want and need should be very much clear there. Uh, Basically, want is like, even though I have it, but I want it.
Hmm.
Just for my, okay, in few cases, it is kind of, I just want to upgrade things.
Hmm.
But need is like, I need it, there is no other option left. Like, food is, if you are fasting or not fasting, if you are on, like, you're hungry, imagine you are hungry, you need food.
Hmm.
That is the need
Yeah.
at that point. Now you're okay, I'm not hungry, but I want pizza, burger, or something. That
Yeah.
is want.
Yeah.
That is not need as a point. Any which ways, I'm not hungry as of now. It is not required, but
Hmm.
just a want. I'm just bringing the wants, and it is kind of a easy way out to figure out ki in want and need. If you know want, the difference between want and need, it is easier to take decisions in few of the circumstances also. he always question, is it my want or is it my need? If it is need, then go ahead. If it is a want, take a step back and think twice and then take a decision. Is it really required, or I can drop that decision?
Okay, yeah, that completely makes sense. I think the people, especially in the younger generation, they don't have any clue on these things, how to deal with their wants and needs, how to distinguish their needs from the wants, because most of the people are inspired or just looking at the other persons and define their success as that is actual success, because every person the success will be different, right? So
Yes.
my success is different and your success will be different. But in a society, there is a kind of standard set for the success, and most of the younger generation are trapped into that, and they're
True.
trying to make their success as a want. It's not like their need.
Yeah.
So maybe that's something the coaches should help this younger generation to come out of, because the accountability is a one thing and the needs and want. Many of the people I personally talk to, many of the people, and they don't know what their need is. Instead, they only have the want,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I
Yeah. So I
completely
think
resonate with you and relate it.
exactly, yes. So that's how I think the significance of coaches are emerging on nowadays, because the most of the people they really don't know what they need to do. Instead, they go behind the wants instead of the needs. And I think that coaches is the only way, or coaching is, or mentoring, that is the only way to be able to make these people put into the right direction. So I think some coaches, they are doing amazing job in this field. They have big responsibility, and I think we wish you all the success, and we will continue in another episode with you. Thank you so much for all of this, the valuable lessons and your point of views. It's incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I would like to end this with the wonderful quote by Warren Buffett, sir. And here it goes. The most important investment you can make is in yourself. So always try to invest in yourself. It can be in the skills, it can be in any of the learnings or anything. Try to invest in yourself. It which will give the definitely it will give a different uh, success to you. That's the message I want to share as of now. And thank you for sharing the platform.
Thank you so much, Ashwini. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Goodbye.